Oh, what's up guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in to another video. It's your boy Rush, back at it again. Before we get into today's video, I do have to say this video is sponsored by Hyperion. If you don't know what Hyperion is, they create these awesome metal enclosures for your key fob, and it's a great way to keep your car safe. So I have my 2019 Mustang right behind me, and the car comes with a key fob like this. So this is keyless entry. All you got to do is walk up to the car, grab the handle, and the car will unlock automatically. So what thieves are doing nowadays is they're using black box devices to go ahead and magnify the signal from your key fob to your car. So if your car is on the street, the car is tricked into thinking that the key fob is actually close by and ends up unlocking. So let's go ahead and jump in the car here. So here's the car. So now as you can see, if I touch this right here, car turns on, no problem, right? So now we'll go ahead and turn it off. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this key fob, and what I do is I just take it off the valet key here. And now you can drop this whole key fob in here, just like that, kind of into this metal enclosure. Okay, there's our key. And as soon as you close this box is gonna go ahead and prevent your key from transmitting any signal. So we're inside the car, the key's right here. I'm gonna set it down, and now we're gonna go ahead and try to hit the push to start. So there's the key fob, it's right next to the push to start, so the car should be detecting it no problem. See, absolutely nothing. It says key is not detected. Now, if I go ahead and open this box up, just like so, okay, take the key out. Now watch what happens. The car opens up, no problem. So, a great way to get some peace of mind if you don't want your car broken into or anything. Thieves have gotten a lot smarter over the years, so we have to kind of step up our protection game, especially if you love your car.
Ready? Moment of truth. Did he send the block? Oh, he's good. Sender. Yeeted it. Yeeted it. Yo, cut it. Cut. Started smoking, champ. Smoking like a chimney.
From where, on the back?
The front.
I think it was the clutch, because it was super steep. There she is, boys, her first tow truck ride. Yeah, I definitely fried my clutch a little bit getting on the tow truck, so I'll just man up and take that L right now. You can smell that clutch, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't really good with directions either.
Yeah, I did. I mean, his truck is smoking too, so. Man, Mopar to the rescue yet again. I can already picture the comments right now. Should have bought a Hellcat.
Yo, Wano, it's funny, bro. When I was watching you race, I was like, it's like, I wonder why he's slowing down so much.
Yeah, bro.
I was just like, this motherfucker's doing like a 30 roll on the freeway. And then, little did I know, I get the call like 40 seconds later. Hey, bro, the car threw the belt. I was like, oh. Yeah, bro. I was looking in the rear view. I was like, why is he slowing down so much? Like looking back, bro. I was like, come on.
I went NA for a little bit. You know, I had to give him a fighting chance. About to take her off the tow truck, and I'm gonna try to get her into the garage. So the goal right now is to get in the garage as quickly as possible before it overheats. We made it. Alright guys, so I ended up taking the coolant expansion tank out of the way here, checking on the pulleys. They look okay. The tensioner though does have a little bit of belt left wrapped up in it, so I kind of need to try to get that out. I got this piece that was wrapped up on another belt, so yeah, I mean, just a little bit of cleanup, but so far I don't see anything broken down there, which is really good sign. Now we're gonna see if we can get some light and kind of give you guys a little bit of a look, but you know, just the belt spinning, braking kind of messed up a little bit of the pieces of the hood here and a few spots. It kind of just dinged it a little bit, but nothing too major to worry about. My main concern now is just getting a new belt on and seeing if everything runs good. So yeah. So there is the tensioner, and as you can see, there's a bunch of belts still wrapped up on it. So that's the tensioner, not looking too good. But the rest of the pulleys look okay. Don't really see much there. They're all freely spinning. There might be something around the alternator over there, and I think that's good actually. But yeah, so nothing too bad. So I went to the auto parts store and I'm getting two belts that supposedly should work with what I need today. First is the Gates K060834. This is 84-inch belt, and this one right here is a 82-inch and a half belt. So they're pretty close in size. They're not too far off, but apparently this one works a little better. This one's a little too tight, so I might kind of stress this tensioner out. It's just what I'm being told. So we're gonna go ahead and test them out. So after a little bit of wrestling, we got the new belt on. It's actually not too hard to put on. You just got to loop the supercharger part of the belt on last while holding the tensioner, and it works. So just follow the diagram, which is on the Whipple manual here. So if you need to see it, just refer to your manual. That's the routing for the belt here. Here we go. Alright guys, so now that we got that promo out of the way, shout out to Harpion, let's go ahead and dive into the Mustang. Ever since I posted the video yesterday, there's a ton of people that's speculating all kinds of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of comments, some good, some bad. So I figured we'll go ahead and kind of address a bunch of things with this car at the moment. So first things first, the car is fixed. I ended up replacing the belt. Belts are actually really easy to replace, and you can do it in your garage, no problem. All you have to do is just, you know, unbolt these two bolts right here, get down to the tensioner, pull that back, and then you can go ahead and put on your new belt. Your Whipple instruction manual has the routing diagram of how the belt needs to go back on. Now, as you can see, I have a black belt back on here, and the reason being is because I actually ended up talking and reaching out to Whipple, and we're gonna go ahead and do a 10 rib upgrade with an alternator relocation on the car. That should help us out with any issues with belt slip, belts breaking, any of that stuff will hopefully be remedied, and we won't have any problems moving forward. Now, I want to kind of address something, and that's something that I see a lot in the comments. People are like, oh, you know, if you modified, or if you should have, you know, did work to the SRT, it's a lot more reliable. You know, it's hasn't given you any issues up until this point, blah, 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 blah. So let me go ahead and say this right now. Anytime you modify a car, you're gonna run into issues. And the reason being is we took a car that was rated for 465 horsepower and we bumped it up. The car's probably pushing close to 800 at the crank right now. And it's making, you know, close to, you know, high sixes, maybe low sevens at the wheels, the way it sits. And that's a lot of power over what it was made for. The SRT, I haven't modified at all, and that's why it's reliable. If I was going for reliability and I didn't want to have issues, I probably shouldn't have modified the Mustang. But if you guys know and you follow the channel, from the day I bought the Mustang, I had the plans of modifying it and building it into a supercharged 6-speed manual car, because that's what I wanted, that's what I enjoyed. So it breaking here and there is not a big deal, you know. This belt, you know, broke, as you can see, it failed. And the reason being is because we added more power. You know, if I just stuck with the power that the Stage 2 Whipple makes, probably wouldn't have had any issues. But as a car guy, you guys know, you kind of get the bug. You get a little power, it's fun, and then you want more, and you want more, and you want more. So the more you add, more things are gonna break. and you just have to be ready for it, and I am ready for it. You know, it's something that I knew, you know, kind of moving into it, and now I just kind of got to deal with it as it happens. So it's not a big deal. You know, the car is running fine now, no issues, but upgrading to the 10 rib is going to be something really good for the car, especially since if I want to up the power more down the line, you know, we're going to have belt slip issues and maybe more belts breaking, and that 10 rib is going to hopefully, you know, kind of take care of that issue. So now we have more issues that come out of this. So you know, the clutch is probably going to be the next thing. The transmission will either need to kind of get built up to handle more power, or get a better clutch, or, you know, we got to do something to it. So if you have any recommendations as to what I should do to my transmission to beef it up for the added power, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. I know some of you guys already have builds similar to this, so you guys can kind of help me out here. And I'm always, you know, reading and learning from the comments, and I don't want to ever sit here and pretend like I know everything, because I don't. Like that day the belt broke, I didn't know that the belt broke. You know, it never hit me because never had this issue before. But now I know, and now if it happens again, I kind of know what to do and how to prepare for it. Like keeping an extra belt with you on a supercharged car is extremely important. That's something that I kind of overlooked in the past because I never had this issue, but now moving forward, I'll always have an extra belt with me in the trunk. Ever have this issue again, can throw the new belt back on. It's very simple to do, like I told you, just, you know, a few bolts and you're ready to go. So yeah, so hopefully that kind of addresses things with the Mustang, and I'm so glad you guys enjoyed the rally video. Sorry I didn't have too much driving footage, I was kind of just enjoying the drive, but I did drive the car hard that day, and if you follow the channel, you know I'm not the most gentle on these cars. I drive them hard, I have fun with them, and I feel like that's what they're made to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of take advantage and, you know, push them and kind of have fun with it. So anyways, hopefully that kind of clears up some of the comments I've been seeing. Side boost still here, she's still stock. She does need a wash though, so don't judge me too much. And you know, the Whipple Mustang is back up and running. I'll show you a clip of it starting up because the thing started up just fine. No issues with anything else. I did take it for a spin. We did a couple pulls, everything held up just good. And yeah, so also just one last thing I want to talk about. Some of you guys thought I had way too much coolant in here. As you can see, the coolant is actually not high right now, but the thing that happened that day is once this belt breaks, the alternator stops spinning and the water pump stops spinning. So that's why the car was actually getting pretty hot. It was a hot day. It didn't overheat like to the max, but it did get a little hotter than it should because the water pump wasn't kind of moving, and you know, that's for the sake of the belt breaking. So yeah, after that there was no leak of any sort. I did drive it a couple times and the thing runs just fine. There's a little bit of damage under the hood, as you can see here from the belt. It's kind of smacking the hood, but that's okay. You know, this is what this is there for, kind of protect anything from, you know, kind of destroying the hood. So this is a part that we can replace if we really wanted to, but I'm just gonna keep it. Battle scars, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully this gives you a little bit of an update, you know, on the car and everything that's been going on. And I apologize for the lack of videos this week. It's just been kind of rough. Getting ready to move to a new spot and kind of shopping around for spots right now and stuff like that. So it hasn't been the easiest trying to juggle everything, but we'll get it sorted out very, very soon. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you drop a like. Shout out to Whipple for working with me and helping me out. They have some pretty good customer service over there. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. It's your boy Rush, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.